in Mathura. And on stage, we saw some pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. Krishna's lifting of Govardhan Hill. That was in his early days, when he was just 6 years old, according to Srimad Bhagavatam. The very night that Krishna was born, that very night, at midnight, he was taken from Mathura to Gokul, where he stayed for 3 years and 6 months. But there were too many demons. So Nanda Maharaj and the cowherd men, they decided, let's go back on the other side of the river Jamuna. And they stayed in the Vrindavan town area for another 3 years and 6 months. That makes 7 years. And then they went to Nandagram, where Krishna stayed for another 5 years. That makes 12. And the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan concluded, well, they're about to conclude from the slides that I'm going to show you now. So the pictures are very, very nice, because artists have depicted Krishna's pastimes very beautifully. One of the very last demons that Krishna encountered in Vrindavan was a very, very huge bull. It is said that he was so big that his horns were as tall as the trees, and his body, when he moved, the whole earth shook. And when Aristasura came charging toward Vrindavan to kill Krishna, as you see the gopis, fearful for their lives, they began clinging to the tamal trees, because tamal trees are very blackish in color, and they were appreciating, Krishna will give us shelter, so they were calling out Krishna's name and embracing the tamal trees for Krishna's protection. So Krishna came, and he's all-powerful, and using his opulence of strength, Krishna smashed the demon, Aristasura, broke off his horns, thrashed him with his horns, and Aristasura was finished. There are more pastimes that Krishna enacted specific to the digging of Radha Kund and Shama Kund, but I'm not going to describe that today. Just after the killing of the Aristasura demon took place, shortly thereafter, Narada Muni, visited the palace of Kamsa. Narada was in a mood of wishing to hasten Krishna's pastimes. Because, what's the verse in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that he'll come in this world? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya shatuskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Narada knew that Krishna had appeared to deliver the earth from the overabundance, the burden of demoniac kings throughout the whole of earth, and Krishna was having too much fun in Vrindavan. So here's how he did it. He paid a visit to the palace of Kamsa. While Kamsa was a demon, meaning he was opposed to the supremacy of God, he observed certain customs and rituals because it would enhance his kriti, although he used it as duskriti. He used it in a bad way. So he received Narada very nicely. So nicely that Narada said, my dear king, you've received me so nicely, I want to tell you something. Do you remember, I'm sure you remember, that prophecy from the sky that said, the 8th son of Devaki will kill you? Remember that one? Well, the 8th son of Devaki is in Vrindavan, and his name is Nandanandana. He appeared as the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, but he was transferred And now he's acting as if he's the son of Nanda Maharaj, the king of the cowherds. He's the one that's to kill you, Kamsa. Better watch your backside. See you later. That's all you need to do, is to tell the demon who the opposition is. Kamsa summoned Chanura and Mushtika and Kuvalyapida. Does this point, laser point? There's Kuvalyapida. And many other demons assembled with the purpose. This is Bakasura down here in the corner. This is Dhenukasura. And he sent two remaining demons, Keshi and Vyomasura. And he called for his best minister. Best minister in the Yadu dynasty was Akrura. But we'll see a little bit. So he told Akrura, my dear uncle, I have a plan. I plan to kill Krishna. I'm sending two demons, and then I'm going to send you, just in case the demons don't kill him, to bring Krishna back and invite him to a big bow festival. Kamsa was so bold, he told his plan to Akrura, and Akrura said, I'm your minister, it's my duty to do your bidding, but it's also my duty to tell you, you're inviting your death. But I'll gladly bring Krishna. I've stayed with you all this time just so I could see Krishna. Now you're giving me the opportunity. Thank you very much. And I'll be glad to bring Krishna here to kill you. So, Keshi was also a huge demon. And how is a horse, where's our children? How is a horse controlled? When they put a rein in the horse, they put a bit in the mouth of the horse, and because the control of the horse is through his tongue, Krishna knew what to do. He put his fist into the mouth of the Keshi demon, and it became red hot and became larger and larger. Krishna's Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimati. His limbs can do anything any other limb can do. So Krishna controlled Keshi through his mouth. He brought Keshi to the ground, and Keshi was finished. In the Brahma Vaivarta Purana, it is said that in his previous life, Keshi was a Gandharva. He was one of the brothers of Pralamba and Bakasura. And then there was Vyomasura. I don't have any pictures of Vyomasura because there's too much to tell. Vyomasura, in his previous life, Garga Samhita says, he was a great devotee king named Bhimarata from Varanasi. He left his kingdom, went to the Malaya hills to perform austerities, and one day when he was performing austerities in the Malaya hills, Pulasya Muni came. And he didn't receive Pulasya Muni in a proper way, as one should receive a great sage. So Pulasya cursed him that he would become a demon. But he pleaded with Pulasya, please give me your mercy. I acted wrongly. I should be punished, but please be kind. And so Pulasya blessed him that he would take birth as Vyomasura, and Krishna would deliver him. And Krishna delivered Vyomasura. So now, that plan of Kamsa failed. So he sent Akrura. And for those of you that are familiar with who Akrura is, he's referred to in the Vedas as uncle, but actually he's quite elder in the Yadu dynasty, quite elder to Krishna. He's quite elder to Krishna's father, Vasudeva. But he was a great devotee of Krishna. And like Rukmini, who never saw Krishna but just heard about Krishna and became filled with love for Krishna, so Akrura also had unalloyed devotion for Krishna. As he was riding his chariot, going from Mathura to Vrindavan, all the way he was thinking, in anticipation of meeting Krishna. Consider, you know that you're going to meet Krishna as soon as your car, your means of conveyance, gets from Mathura to Vrindavan. I took a tanga, and it took about 2 hours and 15 minutes. But it took Akrura all day long to get from Mathura to Vrindavan, because he lost track of where he was. He was so absorbed in thinking of meeting Krishna. Totally absorbed, thinking, when I see Krishna, he will look like this. Krishna will smile like that. He'll be wearing his peacock feather, and he'll be playing upon his flute, and he'll be associating with the cowherd boys and all the cows. And Krishna will smile, and I will speak like Krishna like this, and Krishna will say to me like this. His mind was just filled of thoughts of meeting Krishna. He was in such intense thought of meeting Krishna when he saw in the soft sand of Vrindavan the footprints of Krishna. He fell out of the chariot and started rolling in the ground in the dust of Vrindavan, taking the dust of Krishna's lotus feet and placing the dust of Krishna's lotus feet upon his head. And then he saw Krishna. By his side, of course, was Balaram. Because Akrura was elder, Krishna treated Akrura with respect. Because Akrura was a devotee, he treated Krishna with absolute devotion. He threw himself at Krishna's feet. Krishna threw himself at Akrura's feet. It was such a nice scene. And Akrura offered beautiful prayers, and Krishna said, "How wonderful that you've come. Nanda Maharaj will be so glad to see you. Please come with me. Let's go to the palace of Nanda Maharaj. He'll be so happy to see you." So Krishna and Balaram took Akrura to see Nanda Maharaj, and Akrura gave his message. "Poor Vasudeva and Devaki, your very dear friend. They're in Kamsa's prison, and there's only one person who can relieve them from that difficult condition. Your wonderful son, Krishna and Balaram.